flew from Hamburg to Istanbul, and I'm gonna share you my 6-day itinerary so you'll know exactly where to go and explore. I'll also show easy money saving tips for anyone traveling on a budget and point out which spots are truly worth your time. We landed in Istanbul at night. Honestly, that first ride into the city felt like a gentle welcome. Now, if you want to save time, I would recommend to book a private transfer going to the hotel. We stepped outside the hotel, hungry, and instantly fell into the neighborhood's late night energy. On the pavement, we met a little street cat, and yes, cats are everywhere here. Treated like tiny local celebrities, with people and community spots looking out for them. You'll see them lounging on benches, in shop windows, and even cozying up to cafe tables. The next morning, we plunged into Sultanahmet. First stop, the German Fountain. A mosaic-topped gazebo sitting quietly in the square. It was sent here as a gift during the Kaiser's visit around 1900, a little reminder of the old diplomatic ties that shaped the city. We walked, we got a little cash from an ATM. Now pro tip guys, if you are traveling to Istanbul, be sure to carry some Turkish lira. From there, the skyline gave way to what felt like a living history book, the Hagia Sophia. Rising like a storybook dome you can't ignore. Built in the 6th century and changed through empires, church, mosque, museums, and mosque again, it's one of those buildings that seem to hold centuries in its stones. If you want to go inside, come early as the lines build fast, and skip the line options exist if you're trying to save time. Now here we found a warm pretzel with Nutella from a street stall. Messy but perfect for a walking energy boost. As dusk fell, we returned to the Blue Mosque. I stepped inside and it was one of those moments where you have to slow your breath. Tile work, light falling through windows, the hush of a space that's been tended for hundreds of years. It's free to enter, and whether you're religious or not, you'll probably have to stop and stare. Day 3, we went to Galata Bridge, Galata Port, and going for a boat tour. We walked to the Galata Bridge. The people were casting lines off the rail like a scene from a postcard. And the little fish they pull up are mostly the small, oily kinds locals have to fry and eat. Then we hopped on a boat tour of the Bosphorus. Booked through a local app, Get Your Guide, 2 hours of skyline and sea, snacks on deck, and that slow feeling as Istanbul slid from European to Asian side and back. Now, here is a weather tip. We went to Istanbul on October, so it was quite getting cooler, but at the same time, during daytime, it was really warm, around 20 degrees, but it can get really cold at night, so be sure to bring a hoodie or a pullover. Day 4 went to the Eminonu Bazaar. Eminonu Bazaar is sensory overload in the best way. Lanterns, scarves, spices, and people calling out their best deals. If you are bargaining, smile and start slow. It's part of the game and usually expected. Inside the historic arcades, you'll find shops that look like time capsules. We even found a tiny parrot in one of the stalls, the kind of detail that makes wandering the maze worth it.
Please take your card from return tray below.
Now, if you are planning around to go Istanbul a lot, I recommend to get the Istanbul card. The card itself cost 165 Turkish lira, this one-time fee for the physical card. The Istanbul card is shareable among up to 5 people, meaning one card can be used by a group of friends or family. Walking below the city into candlelit arches felt like stepping into a secret. Built by Byzantines to store water, the Cisterns columns stand like a forest, and two Medusa heads tucked to one side add a curious, slightly eerie charm to the place. It is an atmospheric stop if you want something different from museums and mosques. Later, we crossed to the Asian side to see the Camlica Mosque. The complex is fairly new and built to be both monumental and welcoming. The views from the hill at dusk will make you pull out your phone again. Day 6. Souvenirs, little differences across the water. One of my favorite days was low-key shopping for souvenirs, lanterns, tiny ceramics, and the kind of things that look great on a shelf and remind you of a certain smell or snack. This time, we took a short ferry ride with the Istanbul card and noticed prices shift between the Europe and Asian sides. Food tended to be cheaper on the Asian side, which turned our lunch stop into a little victory. Day 7. On the way back, we used another private transfer to the airport. Now, Istanbul can be very traffic, so plan at least 1 hour from the center going to the airport. that was our Istanbul trip, and I hope you guys like it.